Good evening. Hello. Welcome to the show tonight. It's Sunday, and you know what that means. I'm just trying to adjust the camera a little bit here to keep everything up. That's it. So, how's everyone been doing? Firstly, before I like to go, it's the only thing I'm going to touch on tonight. I'm only going to say about it, but my thoughts and prayers are with Ukraine and the Ukrainian people right now. I think what's happening there is absolutely disgusting. Anyway, that's all I'm going to touch on it, and I just wanted to say that. So let's get on. Hi Jay, how's it all going? Yeah, good. It's all good here. It's all good there. I know that. Hi Burgers. Oh, the fun is always here on a Sunday. Always. Evening. Hi Dino, how's it going? Andy, how's it going there? All good. I hope. Mark as well. I missed your stream tonight, Mark. I've been walking the dogs and doing everything, so I missed it. So I do apologise. Dave as well. Evening, Dave and Mrs. Nexus. She's on chat tonight. And hello, Barry. How's it going? Dave as well. So Sunday means who stole that weekend? Yeah. Yeah, hello Greg, how's it going? Yeah, so cool. So what's been happening in the world of Partworks? Quite a lot actually. There was two tests went out this week, started in France this week. Both of them were sort of I weren't realising we're going to do, or there was no sort of mention of it. I think I've said before, between January and the end of April is normally when we get loads of tests from France. So that's what's been happening this week. So has anyone caught them? We'll touch up on them in a minute. Horlicks has just come in. Evening, mate. How's it going? Nice to have you on board. So the first one was the Batman statue. Yeah, I don't know really how to. It's an interesting one. So the internal. So it's 90 centimeters, I do believe, which both of the tests that came out were both from Hachette. So anyway, what the Batman is a statue. I think it's 90 centimeters, which is the same height as RoboCop and Iron Man. It comes with a base, it lights up, and it says it has sound effects. That's what it said. So I would imagine that'd be phrases. It's from Batman Begins with Christian Bale, the first Batman movie they did there. The suit itself looks like rubber. Now, a friend of mine sent me the stuff over, said that he picked up in France. Had a look. It looks like the internal structure of him is die cast, and then there's an outer section that goes over him, which we don't really know yet. How's it all going to come together? We do know that the helmet that goes over him, his helmet is like a rubber material. It's a very, very soft, sort of spandexy sort of style. It's a weird sort of texture. It's not like the alien skin. It's more flexible and floppy, and that's the helmet. Sorry. Yeah. So the Iron Man and RoboCop are 60 centimeters. Right, so these are slightly bigger. I was on the impression that they were right. So these are huge. I think you're actually right, because the Batman head or his helmet, which is all floppy, sort of fits in your hand. So anyway, it's 90 centimeters. That was the first one. Comes out, like I said, his eyes light up and he has sound effects from the movie. It comes with a base, which I believe is at the top of a building. I don't know what premium they're offering or anything like that. Remember, it's just a test. So I will try and get some more information, and I will put it on my Facebook page, obviously up normal. That was the first one. So next year, it looks like we could be having a sort of a Batman sort of revival, really, because this year in May we're going to have the Batmobile from Eagle Moss, But last year and obviously beginning of this year, we've had the Tumbler from Batman Begins from Hachette tested, and we also now have the Batman from Batman Begins from Hachette. So we could get two Batmobiles from the same company, or Batman's inspired stuff from the same company in 1 year. But yeah, they do take a couple of years to come out. Like I said, there's no guarantee it's going to come out here in the UK. This is all for France. They always get a lot of this sort of stuff before us. But it's something to look forward to. Something to look forward to. Someone said, "Would I do it?" I've said this last week. I said I'm going to say it again this week. One of my other builds has to finish now before I take on another one. I literally can't do any more until one finishes. Now I'm sort of jacked up, so I'm hoping that next year might be a good year because the Alien, RoboCop, the Enterprise build, all of them finish next year, so that will free up a lot of space. And then the year after, I've got the Dodge Charger. So if I finish one of my other builds, there's a possibility of me doing it. So yeah, I could do it. Right now, and now the second one was the Transformers from the first Michael Bay movie. It looks okay. It's half plastic, half die cast. Once again, Hachette are going with you build the helmet, the head for Optimus Prime first. It looks okay. It looks okay. Well, Desire kicks in badly. No, one definitely has to finish. It's strange. So one of them's going to have to. One of them's have to finish before I do anything else. But like I said, I think if I'm remembering rightly, February next year. I don't want to wish the year away, but February next year, the Alien finishes, and I think April next year, RoboCop finishes. So yeah. As much as I might want to do them and they come out, I really can't do them until they finish. Though saying that, I've got a funny feeling they are going to finish before it comes out, and then it's sort of there's like a little bit of a run on. I think so. I think I'll be safe, but yeah, stuff will have to finish. Mark, you're in the same position as me. Yeah, I'm completely maxed out now on Partworks. Can't do anymore. But these are for next year in France, so they are probably a long way away coming out over here. France is a bigger market for them. It's where their distribution centers are and stuff like that. That's why they get them all. But yeah, I mean, we've still got builds to come out this year, I think, from them that obviously over there have had for a while. Starsky and Hutch is one of them. So yeah. Hi Ian, how's everything going? And John as well. Hi, how's it going? Hogwarts Express, Hegwig. Yeah, I'm still looking out for the. I can't seem to get him anywhere. The Lego Hegwig. I will get it. I will get it. I'll be. There'll be some method. Someone's got it. I will get it. The Hogwarts Express. Like I said, I don't know yet, but keep an eye out, and all the information I get will obviously pass on to you guys as well. Not sure I'll be doing any of the cost of living going yet. I think that is a big factor for Lix. That's a massive factor. Yeah, we just got our they said it's going up the 1st of April for us, and it's like a £400 or £500 increase from last year just on our electric. So yeah. Mark saying hi there, and Hillix there. Remix on Transformers is not Hachette, it's with D'Agostini. Is it? I thought it was with Hachette. I'm sure I saw Hachette down the bottom. You might be right. I might have just. You might be right. You probably are. Good evening there. I'm technically over maxed on Partworks. Yeah. I think this year is going to be a very testing year. So we'll see as it all comes. I don't like to spell doom and gloom, but yeah, I think it's going to be a very testing year. I think it's an absolute joke. Tell me about it, and it's only going to get worse with what's going on in the world. I think petrol prices have gone up as well. So if people don't know, I gave up my car, and we both gave up our car in 2019, just before the pandemic. Yeah, good thing we did as well, because I think that would have choked us really. My brother said today it was 162 for diesel today, and it's gone up 4 times since Friday. Yeah, not a good time to own a car, I'm afraid. Not a very good time. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the flooring. It's a paper part, I do believe. It's a bit like the wallpaper, Jay, but it's obviously the floor. It's really interesting you say that, because I've been looking at the Japanese release, and issue 7 is a piano. Issue 7. So it looks like they've. I don't know whether that was their mistake, or we could just see the piano and they've made a mistake. I don't know, but yeah, issue 7 of the Disney Dollhouse was the Alistair Katz piano in Japan. So it looks like they've changed the running order. That's interesting. 172 here. Ow. There was, I was talking to people from work, and they were saying that by the end of March it'll be over £2 a litre. Not a good time owning a car. Not a good time at all. Well, yeah, I have diesel. I was dreading that. I filled up Friday. Yeah, there was queues around here. For the eye can see, it was yeah. But yeah, it's not a good time at the moment. Hi there, Chris. That's all right. Don't worry. You're here now. That's a good thing. It was on 49 here on Friday. Yeah, 162, I think it is at the moment. And like I said, it's creeped up since Friday, which was 150, 156. I think it started off on Friday, and it's now 160 something. So it's going up. But like I said, I've been talking to people, and they've said they expect it to go over £2, which is never heard of. I remember the good old days when petrol used to cost 46, 0.46. You remember that? Good old days, Aim. My gas is going up to 325. Electric, yeah, our gas is going up, but our electric is like near enough. Yeah, it's wow. Yeah, get ripped off for the higher prices. Yeah, I don't understand that neither. The prepaid customers, we get the same electric. It costs them the same as well. I totally understand that, Jay. I mean, my dad said you have to pay it. It's it's going to be very, very painful this year. I've got a diesel too, but £20 in 2 days ago, and it's finished. Yeah, it's not good. It is not good at all. It's worse in other countries. I've got to say that it's much worse in Germany and France and places like that. Over here, the government limit the sale price if fuel, but it was way too much. Every chance I get, I take my bicycle to work. Good thing they are considerate of my weight. You and me both. Yeah. I don't, like I said, I walk everywhere, or get taxis. That's what I do. Yeah, we haven't had a car for a while now. We've missed it. We had UK pounds. Yeah. I don't know what's happening with Eon. I was paying too much on gas and electric, and suddenly dropped the month payment to. Oh, so yeah, I don't know what's happened now. I know the 1st of April we got an email, and we've had a letter as well saying the price has gone up, or going up per unit, and it's almost our electric per wattage or whatever it is, the unit, it's almost double than what it is now. I think it's like 24 something a unit. It's going up by a third. Yeah, but I think the electric unit is 42, so it's gone from 24 to 42. Our electric unit. No. Do you have a good bus service? No, is the simple question. They stopped a lot of the bus routes around here because what happened was people didn't catch them during the pandemic, and then they recalled the bus services due to no one using them. Of course, no one was using them. So that we did have a bus route, a direct bus route from here in Hemel Hempstead to London. We don't anymore. Due to passenger numbers, they've recalled it. So the only way to get into London now from here is by train. That's the only way. Yeah, and we're only 30 minutes from central London, but there's no direct bus route there. Absolutely no. Yeah, Hemel Hempstead. That's where I am, old Hemel. Yep, not to be a party pooper, but let's get back to the park. Yes, let's get back. Right, so the Optimus Prime. Let's go back on. So the Optimus Prime. It looks really, really good. It comes with die-cast pieces. Hi, Dave. How's it going? Evening, my fella. Yeah, so yeah, it looks good. It got die-cast pieces. The friend who sent me the stuff over got them both. They were both in his local area in France, which was a bonus. He's also said that there's stacks and stacks of them. He did ask if I wanted to send one. I said no, it's just a test run. Things can change quite dramatically between that and the test. He did say that the Optimus Prime head, the sides of it were die cast, but like the bits for the front and under were all plastic. Were all plastic. So it lights up, and the first issue completes the head. Seems to be like a theme that they've got going on there, where they bring out something and then you complete the head of it. I know a lot of people were saying about the head. Now, in regards to that, I might build that one, but then again, I might not. I do already own quite a decent Optimus Prime already, which is actually taller than that. That was the 90 cent. I got it mixed up. Yeah, but they're both the Batman and Robocop are both 90 centimeters tall, so they're fairly tall. But it does come with die-cast pieces. I would expect most of the outer sections of the truck parts that are on him, the doors, panels, they'll probably be die-cast, and then we'll have other parts like his hands and the inner sections and stuff like that. They'll be plastic. So yeah, it's going to be a combination of both. Yeah, the interior structure of Batman does it looks like it's die cast, but it's, yeah, I don't know how they're doing the head. I do know that the eyes are separate and light up, and the helmet that goes over it is a rubber material. It's a very soft rubber material, so you could sort of pick it up, but I don't know what the likeness. No one obviously knows what the likeness is like for Christian Bale, because that's the character it's based on. Is Batman from Batman Begins. Like I said, it comes with it lights up, and it says sound effects. It's the same thing they put on the Robocop, where I think they put sound effects, but I think it's phrases. So we'll probably have phrases from the Batman film from Batman Begins. That's where it's from. Comes with his utility gun as well, and it's completely posable. But yeah, it's a real interesting one. Not too sure how it's all going to come together. There's a lot of part works I've done where I've kind of gone, how does this all come together? But in the end, it all works itself. The Enterprise is the one where I think a lot of people have gone, oh, this is bad, this is that, and the other. But what people are finding is exactly what Eaglemoss said. Once it all starts coming together, it's okay. And I think we get a little bit ahead of ourselves and start going, oh, we can do this, do that. And then they go, oh, actually, I now can't do this. I now can't do that because I've rushed it. and actually the problem that they said is actually sorted itself. That happens quite a bit as well. But yeah, when you're doing a part work, see the end result first. That's what I always say. And though you look at stuff and you go, oh, that could be done, that could be reworked, always wait, because something will come along. It happens a lot, and I've seen it a lot in groups and over the years where people have panicked, modded it, or changed something on it, and then later on gone, oh, I didn't have to do that. That has happened. That has happened. Yeah, it's always good to wait for stuff to be fully done before you start tinkering. That's what I always say. But you know, thanks me for starting to talk about doing the Root Master. Yeah, the Root Master is a good build. It's a good build. The electrics on it are something else, though. I would say I had nothing but problems with the electrics on the Root Master, and it is a very known problem. But apart from that, it's an excellent build. Very good build. It's just the rivets, loads of little rivets putting the panels on. Yeah, Robocop is 62. I'm looking at the brochure right now. Oh, did you pick one up? Is that not the Robocop? Is that the Batman build? Batman, sorry. Or is that the Robocop? I know you put Robocop there, but yeah, I've been collecting the Enterprise. I'm looking forward to the start, but I'm doing any mods just what is supplied. Would you still say it's a good build? Yes, I would still say it's a good build. It's very early on. A lot of builds get very, very criticised right at the start. A lot of people's minds start ticking. Of course they do. But I find that then that's when problems start occurring. Like I said, you start modding it, and then something comes along later on and changes it, or they change it, or they realise their mistake and they put something else in. Very similar to the Terminator. They knew that there was a problem with the fingers, and then they replaced and that they sorted out the problem. Though some people thought that that the problem didn't go away, but at least they listened, and at least they knew that there was a problem and sorted it later on. But I will say the electrics are very good. The batteries, it doesn't really hold the battery life on that. The Edo Stobot is starting to be a love-hate build due to the lack of parts at the moment. Not really value for money. You get builds like that. You must have seen me with the Robocop build. The Iron Man build's the same. You don't get a lot of in it. I think one of them is in the Iron Man. It's just some caps that go over certain bits of the armor, and I think you get one cap, and you're paying $10.99 for that. But it does come together. It's one of those things where you kind of go, it's the lack of parts, but then it builds up, doesn't it? It does look nice. It does look nice. But I understand. I know where you're coming from, Jay. Definitely. Kev, I didn't forget to grab your power mod. What power mod? I haven't got a power mod. What power mod? Root Master was my first build doing it. Yeah, the Root Master, like I said, good build. Very good build. Very sturdy. Mine still survived. I don't have it on the jack stands that it comes with, and it still survives. Still goes backwards and forwards. Just doesn't light up or make any sound. But then it's those features that I don't use very often. I'm a bit like World of Wayne. I put it on for a few times and then it's it, and they don't really go on again. R2D2, Terminator. Shame, really, but yeah, I suppose if it was easier to power, I would definitely do that. Robocop Kev, I'm building it premium, but we were just starting it in February, so have issues 1 and 2. I already had asked for the new helmet, but it's on its way. Yeah, there was some talk actually, Greg, this week of them releasing battle damage parts. So exactly what they've done with Iron Man. There's now talk of them doing it for the Robocop as well. So the laser down the eye, and obviously all these parts that is damaged at the end of the Robocop as well. It's going to be interesting because I don't know how you would. Obviously, I know with the Iron Man, some of the parts are just pull-offs and then stuck on, especially with the chest, the helmet, and stuff like that. Robocop's a bit more intricate, so I'm not too sure how they're going to go with that. But that's what I've heard. Terminator hands. Put my own bolts in. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A lot of people did. There's a lot of different ways of doing it. I still stuck with. I think once I've got them in a pose, which was the fist pose I wanted, I didn't dare touch it. In fact, I don't dare touch it anyway, just in case. Just in case. The next says Rootmaster Power Mod. Oh right, okay. Well, my electrics don't work, Ian. I didn't even plug them in because there's some parts when you were building it, there were some parts you had to leave for quite a while before plugging them in, and you just have to left them hanging. So that was the destination side and backboards, and there was a problem as well with the battery compartment. So the battery compartment solder on the battery compartment wasn't very good. There was a massive problem with a lot of people with that, so they were having to resolder it. I didn't do it. I got to the point where I labelled it all up, and then when it started pushing some of the pieces in, I didn't bother. I didn't bother putting it in, and to get it out now would be a nightmare. So yeah, so it's upstairs. I've seen one's powered. It looks gorgeous lit up, really nice lit up. But yeah, I just the boards side, I think the solder's come off because of the soldering process. It's worth noting that Hachette did have they knew it was a problem. They knew it was a problem. There was a problem with the manufacturing process with the power pack where the wires weren't cut right, so it meant the solder didn't reach it or something like that. So there wasn't a real decent connection there. We all found out in the community, but by the time that they found out and we all found out properly, it was too far along in the build and they couldn't sort it. But it was a massively known problem. And the main problem, if you ever have any problems with your Rootmaster in terms of power and the board not working, it's not the board, because we found this out by using another power mod. I think I had one from the Terminator, an extra one, and it worked. It was the actual battery compartment that was supplied. That was the problem. And a lot of people changed it. So, yeah. The problem was it had a bit of point sharpening on the side of the helmet, but they did send a new one. Cool. Worst case, I turn it into battle just fine. Yeah. Always reuse bits. That's it. That's the best way. I just finished my DeLorean. What a build. Yeah, most challenging. Yeah, those doors, the engine, there was a lot of bits. That was another testing build. We come on with the testing stuff and builds that you just go, ugh! That was one of them. Yeah. And I think I've done that with near enough all the builds, even doing the door for the dollhouse. That was a moment. All builds do that. All builds. I don't think I've come across a build where it's been completely plain sailing. I've always had all my parts, and I've never broken any parts. But yeah, trying to get bits in and oh yeah, I don't think I've come across a build where that hasn't happened. Yeah, had a few mods, but yeah, the DeLorean is one of those ones. Like with many, you pull your hair out, you kind of say this is wrong, that is wrong. But even the simple base build is actually very good. And I know there was problems with the wheels. The engine was a nightmare. Door hinges as well. But despite all of that, I actually loved it. I thought it was a great build, and I still got it. It's upstairs. Okay, thank you. Evening, everyone. Evening, Peter. Doing the Ecto 1 at the moment. Ben will start the Enterprise, but not sure what to do next because of the room and so heavy. Just racking my brain on the next project. Yeah, there's lots out there. I don't think there's been. This is the most I know since building all these partworks. There's been that much variety and that much out, and that many companies as well. You've got to think. Years ago, you had Eagle Moss, who really didn't go into partworks, but you really had Hachette and D'Agostini. They were the main people. Now you've got IXO. which is sort of strange because IXO actually make all the part works for the other companies, and they're then doing their own ones. And then you've obviously got Agora as well, and Eagle Moss are really now getting into the spirit of stuff. So yeah, there's lots of choice out there, lots of choice, and lots of companies, lots of them. Thank God Eagle Moss have started shelves out with stock issues. I'm now getting the DeLorean issues I needed. They did say that in the call I had last week, the week before, I did mention on last week's mark that they said that they've now got stock of all the issues for the DeLorean, and you can actually, if you contact customer service for your DeLorean, they can send you every issue you need to complete it. And that was the exact same with the Ecto 1. Apparently, they've now got stock of every issue up to the end of Ecto 1. And when I was talking to him, he said some people who are on the accelerator, who paid the 12 months and all that, have actually finished their Ecto 1s now, or have got the last issues to it. But apparently, all the rest of the stock for Ecto 1 and the DeLorean are in stock and they've been shipped out. They did put it in a bulletin, I believe, on their Facebook page. They said that there were no problems with DeLorean in terms of stock, but now they've got it all in. And yeah, they've got all the stock in now. So if you wanted to finish the DeLorean, you can. They've got all the issues in. And that's the same with Ecto as well, apparently. They've got all the issues in for Ecto 1 as well. And I was told that people are now starting to complete both of them. And these are people that have been waiting October, November for their issues, have now started to get all their issues and to complete it. So it's good that they're coming back, I think, as well as with the Enterprise as well, I've got to say, because that was another one that was a headache for them in terms of stock. And I know lots of people now are receiving their stocks. And so it's all sort of gone happier again. But yeah, they've sort of pulled their finger out now with the deliveries. And I know lots of people are getting them. So it's worth, if you want to complete your DeLorean, Mark, it's worth giving them a call or an email, because they can accelerate all that and get you the issues that you need. So yes, so yeah. Anyway, there's still more part works to come out, still more tests. Though they tested the Batman and the Terminator, there was another 2 tests that come out. There were for figurines. So there was 4 tests this week for new part works in France. So yeah, you've had no problems with Enterprise deliveries. It all depends, I think, when you subscribed, I think it is. And I know some people said they were still waiting for things like issue 6 and 7, but I know that they've got all the stock in now, so they're starting to go through it and get people. I know they've put on an accelerator, but once again, that accelerator is only gets you up to the current issue, which I do believe is issue 18. So if you're on issue 17, there's no point in getting it. They should tell you that over the phone, though, because they can only accelerate you up to the current issue. I don't think that gets over enough. I don't think they explain it very well. So the current issue of the Enterprise is issue 18. If I'm on issue 12 and I go for the accelerator, they will send me every issue from 13 to 18, because that's what they're up to. Now, if you're on issue 17 and you go for the accelerator, that's fine. You can pay for that lot, but you won't get them you won't get it as a bundle or every week. You'll just get them after 18. You'll get 19 next month and the following month. So they only accelerate up to the current issue that they're on. The DeLorean, that's already been out. So if you say you want an accelerator, they'll send you everything right up to the finish. And it's the same with Ecto as well. I think they said they're offering it on Exo as well. So if you're on issue 30, I think it's up to issue 38, isn't it? I think that's the end of it. They will send you everything from up to 38, up to the finish. That's what I was told. That was last week. And yeah, Yeah, I think the accelerator is very good to go for. I would say, because I do believe there's a discount on it. I think you get a discount. The more issues you go for, the bigger the discount. It works out cheaper. Though I think a lot of people said that they were better off not doing it because when they accelerated it, it added new price. So it's worth tallying it around. So because I know that there was a new price point, but it's only for new customers or up to a certain point, and it meant that some people were still paying the old price. But if you done the accelerator, you paid the new price. Confusing. Confused.com. I'm having to drink here. What's going on? I've just received stage 20 of Ecto 1. Yeah, like I said, all what I do know is that they've got every issue up to Ecto 1, up to the end. I think it's 38, is it? 38. I think that's the last issue, which is stage 140, I think, or 141. And they're doing it on all of them. But I don't know what stages they're up to on the other ones, Eleanor and things like that. I don't know what stages they're up to. So it's worth asking. I have a few issues from Megazord in February, despite them having stock. Maybe they are still catching up on their backlog. They have got a backlog as long as your arm. I know that they're trying very hard, but because it's all outsourced, they have they have limited control. So all they can do is put requests in, but the warehouse that they deal with over in Germany also deals with lots of other things as well. And it's the same with when they were here in the UK, the company that supplied Eagle Moss also done part works for other companies as well. So it wasn't just Eagle Moss in that warehouse, there was other things. And yeah, so you can put the request in, but it goes to the warehouse and then it's up to them how quick they do it, which is really frustrating, I think, for them. It must be, you know how frustrating it is when you're ordering something and they're ordering it similar. So when they put in a request, it goes to the warehouse, they pick it, it all builds up, doesn't it? But ultimately, it lands at their feet. I asked Emos for issues 32, 33, and 34, but was told I can have them 2 weeks, but they have took 2 payments within a week. Yeah, that'll be for those ones, I think. But I know, like I said, I know they have told me that Ecto 1, they've got every issue up till it's finished. So yeah, they should be sending you it. I don't know how they're bringing it out, but I do know that they've got stock up until there. And I was told that some people that have subscribed have now started to finish Ecto 1, which is good because I think it should have finished already. Should have finished ages ago. Greg, you've been in the hobby for a while. I found there was a Smurf collection from DXD in 2013, 14, and 15. Do you think they'll re-release it? I think Smurfs are always relevant. Re-releases. Now, it's a good thing you've done that because Hachette do tend to release stuff, but they do less of a re-release. And the Agostini, what I do find is that they re-release stuff as well. Eagle Moss are the same, but it's not each year. 2013, 14, 15, that's every year. So it's very, very hit and miss. The Disney Dollhouse that we're building, that's a re-release. They did that. Hachette did that a few years ago. So I think it's the second time it's been released on that one. There's a few things like the tarot cards and things like that. What they do is that when they do really re-release them, they change them slightly, whether that's the running order or what. But yeah, a lot of companies do re-releases. You've got to think money. If you've got lots of stock of something, it's easy to re-release it. You've got the molds, you've got everything. You don't have to pay for anything else. New molds, new this. So it's a win-win. We get something that we couldn't get before, and the company doesn't lose any money because they've re-released it before and they've got stock and everything else. So yeah, I've been watching Mark's mods. Mark has been cracking on with his Ecto. He's doing a good job. He is doing a really good job. Yeah, I had a few notifications from him this week from doing the Ecto, so he's catching up. I haven't touched my Ecto since issue 15, which I think's stages, just over stage 50, and I've sort of put it on hold. I will recommence that as soon as one of my other ones finish, because I really want to do the Alien and the Robocop. They're the ones I'm really focusing on at the moment, and I want them done. So there's a chance. All I need now is a 5-year-old to be patient about it. Yeah, it's very, very hit and miss. Like I said, I remember once they used to release something over here. It's a part work company, another one. Very, it's not a very well known one. It's called RBL or something like that, I think it's called, and they do things like the bugs in the plastic sort of resin. They do real life bugs. It's called Real Life Bug Collection. They also do minerals and like stuff like that, where they do crystals and minerals collection. And they also do something that's called How My Body Works, where you build Billy Bones. It's called. They used to do that near enough every other year. It's been quite a while since they brought it out last. I think they've actually re-released it in France recently. But re-releases like that, they do tend to do quite a bit. Hi, did you get Robocop from Atera? No, I got it from a company in France that's basically like a news agent, but they deliver worldwide. I haven't got the link. If someone could put the link for me in the chat, that would be brilliant. But yeah. Hi, Kev. Been watching with the wife. Great show. Any problems with the Route Master? Send them to our Facebook group, please. Going on with the North. Yes. Yeah, I always do. The greatest. I say this to a lot of people because I know some people don't. They have YouTube, but they don't have Facebook. It might not be a good place, but it's a great place for partworks. The online partwork community on Facebook is second to none. Second to none. Lots of them out there are there to help you. Loads of people will help you. You will find the odd group that will moan about it. Mine got that bad on the enterprise group, but I've sort of snubbed it in their bud now. So I hope that doesn't happen again. But yeah, partwork groups, go. They are a source of information. All they want to do is help. But yes, mate, I will definitely send them over. I always do anyway. So they had the Power Rangers from Attack. Yeah, you can get the Power Rangers Megazord from the same company that I get the Alien Robocop, and they do it there. I think they run issue. So you get it. So they put a new issue on a week, just like they would at the news agents, and then you can buy it as an individual. My guess would be to buy as many issues at once. Do a bulk order. You save on postage. I can't really say that more than enough. If you're going to do that, you always do it as a bulk order. Don't buy one issue at a time. I know a few people do. It's okay, but postage-wise, for postage, it's better to buy it in a bundle. But they do that. You can do that if you want. Yeah. But like I said, there is a thing. So, yeah, we do have a mutual collection here done by. You know what? There's so many. When you say partworks, we all think of sort of things like this. That's another thing as well. I've got to say, issue 20 of the Dodge Charger wasn't at the news agents this week, so I'm hoping that's there tomorrow or at some point this week. But yes, so we all think of partworks like this, but actually, it's actually a bit more broader than that. So anything that you collect weekly from a newsagent with a magazine is a partwork, regardless. So your tarot card thing, they also do things like with LPs. Years ago, I remember they used to do a DVD collections, didn't they? I think they done Charmed, Star Trek, The Next Generation, and stuff like that. Anything that you collect from the newsagents weekly, fortnightly, is classed as a partwork if it builds into a collection. If that makes any sense. So things like figurines, like I said, LPs, books, all that sort of stuff. And there's lots of them out. It's really like if you're on my Patreon, you will know. But like every Tuesday, I release a list of the current issues out that week. And when you look at the partwork list, there must be at least 25 active collections out each week for partworks, which is mad, isn't it, when you think about it? Okay, thanks. That's all right. I may get 6 Eagle Moss issues from mainland in March. Nice big bundle. That's what we like. Brilliant groups on Facebook. Well worth it. They definitely are. Definitely, yeah. And everyone there's to help, and everyone will point you in the right direction, and everyone will help in any way, really. So yeah. I deleted my Facebook account completely. Just got enough of it, but I can stay most of those partwork groups. Well, one's holding me up for a bit longer, and I want it to be on Facebook. Yeah, Facebook is, it can be like that. Yeah, and so I find Twitter worse for everything. Instagram's okay, but yeah, I find Twitter worse. It's just, I know where you're coming from, but yeah, the groups are awesome. Yeah, they will help with everything. So yeah, Disney has a weekly comics. Had them as a kid. Yeah. One of the main thing, you can guarantee something of Disney will come out every year. So what you've got Cross Stitch. They've had the little kids books, the novel books of Disney. They've had loads. They've got Disney Dollhouse. So yeah, yes, that Jay. Is it Julian Kicks? Or something? Oh, I can't say. I'm butchering it. I do apologise. It's the French news agent, basically. That's what it is. They have the little kiosks around France. If you ever go there, basically they have an online place, and you can go there and you can get it shipped worldwide. I don't know how much it is to ship it in other countries, but in the UK it's quite reasonable. But like I said, always try and do it in bulk if you can. What does everyone do with all the builds? I'm running out of room and it's driving the missus mad. I keep them. Yeah, there's. I'm going to have to do a video of the dining room because this is the dining room. If I just turn it round, there's my belts, all my belts. There's Terminator. That's in our dining room, and the alien I think is going to sit next to him if I can. There's 2 more belts coming. I just still haven't got time to putting them up. But that's in the dining room, and then upstairs in the bedroom we've got these the big cube units, and all my partworks are up there. And my wife's got her partworks, and it all works out good. So but space is something I said. This is another reason why I've got the Dodge Charger here, but I can't do any more car builds. I just haven't got the room. My wife said that we're doing the Hogwarts Express, whatever happens. So that will have to go somewhere. We'll probably put a shelf up here or something, maybe up there, just up there or something to put it on. I don't know, but we do like stuff displayed, and it's really strange because we have friends round, and some people come and see the stuff and they're like, I didn't know. What's this Terminator? Where'd you get that? Well, I built it over weeks. And they're like, what's that? What's a part work? Still now, they still say that. What's a part work? That's really cool. This live chat and your comment section is basically the only piece of I socialise anymore online. But yeah, it's good that we're here. It's good that we're here. I love and how units from IKEA. Yes. Is that what they are? I don't know. The wife gets them. I just build them and then we put our stuff in. My wife's got one. She's got her Hot Toys in it and all of her pops. And it's mainly Star Trek in mine. So I've got all my Star Trek fact files that I collected when I was a kid. All my books and basically all my partwork. So along the top, I've got my Terminator Transformers and my DeLorean, R2D2, the Route Master, and obviously the Dodge Charger will be going on my wife's side because she loves Fast and Furious and stuff like that. So that's going her side. I love Space Recto 1, and then the Enterprise is going in the front room. That's where the Enterprise is going. We haven't finalised where yet. It's going near the TV or on the opposite side of the room in the corner, but it's definitely going in the front room, the Enterprise. So we're all big fans here. We're quite geeky. If the missus says you're building it, you are building it. Yes. Yeah. Because I said I weren't too sure about the Hogwarts, and my wife turned to me and she went, I was like, we're doing it. She was like, I was like, okay, we're doing it. Yes, we're definitely building. See, so yes, so we're building them. But yeah, there's a few spaces about, but it all comes down to sort of interest as well. Because a lot of people have said to me, why aren't you doing the Spitfire or the Bismarck or the Titanic? I'm not really into. Don't get me wrong. I love I love all the old military stuff. Don't quote me on it, but I do like the old documentaries and reading up about it and learning about it and going to the museums and stuff like Imperial War Museum and all them sort of things. Love that sort of stuff, but it just isn't that big of a passion there. If you know what I mean. If someone said it's the Bismarck or the Enterprise, it's not. You know what I mean? It's not. There's no contest. It's the Enterprise. Same thing with the Alien and stuff like that. You know, if someone said, "Oh, would you do the Titanic over the Alien?" No, no, it'd have to be the Alien. That's me in a nutshell. So yes, but yeah, that's me, isn't it? Really, I am geeky in. You know what? I've been very, very, very lucky to meet someone who I have. Um, she keeps saying I've ruined her. What have I done to her? I've done nothing. I mean, she never liked Star Trek. Now she watches it along with me. She collects the figures and everything else like me. She said I've ruined her. But then again, I was never a Charmed fan, and I watch all that and know all the episodes. And Dirty Dancing and Grease as well. They're always on in our house. Um, so yeah, that's what my wife says. I've sort of ruined her, but in a good way, not in a bad way. But yes, I'm so lucky. I can't believe how lucky I am that I've met someone that was able to appreciate it. I know there's a lot of my friends who collect wrestling belts and they only get them out every now and then because their wife hates them. And they don't have them on display and things like that. I understand that. So, but yeah, I'm just very, very fortunate. I need to turn somehow into a man cave. Easily done. Easily done, Burgers. Yeah, I had a very small room here originally. Roll on Picard. Yeah, roll on Friday. Friday, we've got Discovery and season 2 of Picard starting. For the next 3 weeks, that is. And then obviously that's the last episode of Discovery, and then it's just Picard. And then that finishes. And then the week after that, you've got Strange New Worlds, new Star Trek series starting. So yeah, really looking forward to it. And the end of this month, the end of March, we've got Moon Knight from Disney. Very much looking forward to that. If you don't know who Moon Knight is, this is showing my geeky side. Moon Knight is, yeah, you want to watch it. It's about a guy who has a split personality. Yeah, it's just, yeah, it's one of those surreal things. He's a bit like Deadpool, but without the sarky comments. So he's an anti-hero, Moon Knight. Very good one as well. So I'm not building a man cave since I ain't a man. That's fair enough. But I know what you mean. A cave. Let's just call it a cave. A geek den. That's what I used to call my one. It's the geek den. But yeah, the house is. I've lost my space because I've given it to the girls. So the house is now my geek den. All of my Star Trek ships are up on the landing as well in the glass cabinets that you get from IKEA. What are they called? Dwarf cabinets, are they? Dwarf cabinets? I think that's what they're called. From IKEA. So I've got 2 of them upstairs with shelving as well. They're all full of Star Trek ships. Yeah. And I think it's rubbed off on the girls as well because my daughter's got a big cube unit in her room. She's got wrestling figures on there and My Hero Academia and loads of pops and stuff like that. And then my other daughter likes Harry Potter. So she's got a unit with all Harry Potter in as well. So yeah, we're all sort of really geekified in here, and we love going to Comic Cons. There was one this week, but we couldn't go. There was something up, and we couldn't go. Otherwise, we would have gone to London Film and Comic Con. That was on this week, yesterday and today. So, yeah. What's this? Be good to see Picard in. Yep. And Q. Wonder what Q is up to. There's loads of things happening in season 2. Season 2 and 3 are sort of together, if you know what I mean. And season 3 is the last season. You've got to think that Patrick Stewart is in his 80s. He can't continue to do this anymore. So they filmed seasons 2 and 3 together, and they're the same story, just over 2 seasons. So yeah, but there's Guyana Q, the Borg Queen's in it. Yeah, I've got a funny feeling we're going to have. I think there was talk of them having cameos from LeVar Burton, Geordie LaForge, Michael Dorn as well, Wolf. A lot of people have been sort of saying they want to see Will Wheaton and Dr. Crusher as well. So I think over the next 2 seasons we're going to get a lot, and I mean a lot of cameos from the next gen, which is good. But I think they've said this is the end of like Picard's story arc as we know it, sort of thing. So a bit like Data was in season 1, though he's sort of in this season as well, because it's got time travel and everything else in it. But I am so much looking forward to it. Yeah, it's good to be back. I'm waiting really for the Orville. If you've not seen Orville, do. It's great. It is Star Trek meets Red Dwarf. That's about as close as I can get it. It's not as funny as Red Dwarf, because Red Dwarf is a legendary show. But it has the Star Trek element with the comedy. It's better than Lower Decks, though I do love Lower Decks as well. But it's much better than that. But if you haven't seen Orville, it's on Disney Plus. If you've got Disney Plus, check it out. It's a great series, really good series, and that's coming back for season 3. So there's been 2 seasons of that. Season 2 was better, I will say that, of the Orville. Love seeing Data in Picard and a new way to send him off. Yeah. I think a lot of people don't realise that, like, you know, a lot of people say with this new Trek that's coming out, Strange New Worlds, it's based on Captain Pike, which was before Kirk. So it's on the Enterprise, but before Kirk took over. A lot of people are saying that it doesn't look like the Enterprise, and it's like, yeah, that was done in the 60s. And I think the producers that were on the show at the time, especially in Next Generation, Doug Dexter and Brian Filler and all those sort of people, said if they had the money and the budget that they have now, that's what Star Trek would have looked like back then, what it looks like now, if you know what I mean. So it's still Trek, isn't it? It's still Trek. So, but look, it's coming up for my time. So, few things before I go off. Firstly, there will be no live stream next week. I'm doing something, so there won't be a live stream next week. So I do apologise. Don't worry. I will be doing a talk video that will go up on Sunday. If that makes sense. But there won't be no live stream next week. It'll be the week after. Hopefully, there's not a big part work that's dropped and everything else. So, yeah, I'm off. It's a pleasure watching your show. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm on lunch break. Well, I'm always walking. Yeah, Mark. Well, yeah. Take care. Thank you. And thank you, Burgers. Thank you so much. Thank everyone for coming along. Look, I've been the Nexus. This has been Sunday, as you all know. I will see you live in 2 weeks' time, and hopefully the world has calmed down by then. I can't see it myself, but anyway, look, go along, have a great week, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. I will do another video like this on next Sunday. But look, thanks so much for coming along. It's been great talking to you. It's been great with you commenting and stuff like that. It means so much. Thank you so much. And obviously we will see you in 2 weeks' time. But thank you, and